It is as Lord Hien says, the Empire is on the move, and we, as ever, find ourselves on the back foot. Oh, yeah. So I'll... Yeah, okay. The rest of it's the same. Storm on the horizon. The Empire is on the move, and Hien would not be caught on the back foot. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yatsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fulminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. Yeah, I think this is where I think we meet Asahi. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Lavenza, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Nod. Alize and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yatsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Lavenza and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fulminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Actually, it's probably quicker to Namai and then fly over there. They really did a good job with this expansion in just creating, just because I think like one of the criticisms I think of Heavensward is a lot of the zones were very samey throughout and large open areas of kind of nothingness, where this zone has a lot of, I don't know, you call it definition to it. Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive. Should the Empire be so minded, the Zayla's flying mounts would be our only hope. They don't actually have the ship here, do they? Yeah. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Ooh, it's smoking.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Yeah, that's definitely the dude in the previous cutscene. I recognize the voice.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sas Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
It'll be interesting to watch these again because I just remember Asahi being a complete piece of shit. So it'll be interesting to see if I remember correctly or not. God, and to get him back, you know, at least in physical form with Van Daniel is... Neither one of those characters do I like. Peace, after all they have done, never has the word rung more hollow. Lord Hien is magnanimous in victory, given our nation's troubled history, We did not expect such hospitality. I say, do I stand in the presence of the fabled Icon Slayer? What an honor. I think I remember this quest ends where Hien and Yugiri walk away thinking he's all nice and friendly and everything, but then he says some nasty shit to us. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. I guess maybe not yet. I remember it being in a location like this, like on the shore. I have read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. Such scenes of devastation greeted us on our journey here, the bitter wages of war. Upon disembarking, we will proceed directly to my hall, where we may enjoy some privacy. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatmen and join us on the other side. I'm sure we could have fit 6 in there. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Indeed I do, sir. Indeed I do. Now this is the finished version of the... See, this was what I was wondering before when we finished... you know, freeing Doma or whatever, and this was all destroyed, but I was almost kind of expecting them not to have that, but it's the interim versions they don't have. It's either completely destroyed or completely finished. Lord Hien has requested that Master Alphino and Mistress Alize also be present at the negotiation. Interesting. There you are, Lavenza. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. We even have an Aetheryte now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alize will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. What will you say? I'll be there. Oh, very well. No, I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kiankan. The guardsmen will see you in. Oh. Here's the kids. The residents took the news of the Imperial delegation well enough. It should be business as usual. So it's to be a peace negotiation. I'm curious to see what the ambassador brings to the discussion table. Nothing good, I assure you. Thanks to Master Alphino and Mistress Alize's assurances, the people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
He's like, I don't trust that.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution. the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
There it is.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
He does a good job of playing off a peacekeeper. Because I think I remember, like, even I bought it initially. The fact that there are two opposing factions at work in Garlemald complicates matters. Even assuming Asahi and his associates can be trusted, what of the others? That the Empire should send Yatsuyu's stepbrother of all people. I wonder how he feels. A son of Doma returning home to speak for the oppressors his countrymen drove out. Yeah, that's an interesting take. I mean, if he wasn't such a... Whatever Lord Hien's decision should be, I shall abide by it. Yet, I would be glad to welcome my lost brothers back to Doma. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yatsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yatsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us to not give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. Oh. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Lavenza. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. To watch at Sakazuki? I don't... Oh, I guess it's just the last time he told her, you wait here. Yeah, with the Imperial attack, probably. Go on and keep Alize company. We are safe enough for now. You've more than earned a rest, my friend. Leave the interminable bits to us. Worry not, Lavenza. We shall take care of the rest. Go on and keep Alize company. Yeah, that's the same. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Lavenza. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word, and people could die. It takes someone with a cold head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a great one.